Hi, my name is Shannon, and I am the Member Spotlight winner for 2016. In 2007, I lost my father to esophageal and lung cancer, and that started several years of sadness in my life, filled with some loss that really affected me emotionally, but I began to realize that it affected me physically as well. I experienced a breakdown of my marriage, and shortly after that experienced the loss of my mother through an aggressive form of brain cancer, which was kind of the final straw in what I had left to give emotionally. All I knew was that I had a fantastic job and an incredible partner and the most amazing little 5-year-old that anybody could ask for, and I realized that those were the reasons that I needed to come back from my sadness so that my parents would be proud of what they had the chance to do for me while they were on this earth. The motion room came after a fracture of my ankle while I was training for a 10K race. I really didn't know what else to do. I went on an incredible trip to Croatia, and I remember coming back, stepping on the scale, and I was 2 pounds heavier than what I was when I was 9 months pregnant. And I remember at that moment kind of just feeling like the last 7 years of my life had caught up with me, and I needed to figure out a way to get my strength back. One of my main complaints in the past was my back was always sore. At one point I thought it was my bed, at one point I thought it was running. You know, I lift my son who's 40 pounds up regularly through the day, and it took a toll on my back. And so I remember after the first couple of weeks of the motion room, I was doing things without my back being sore. It sounds silly, but walking up the stairs, I can do that easily now. I can carry all of my groceries, I can throw my little guy over my back and carry him up the stairs. And I'm not worried about hurting my back because I know that I'm physically much stronger and I can handle that weight. My son Cash is a very spirited 5-year-old boy. He's into every different physical sport that he could. So he plays soccer and he skis and he ice skates and he does gymnastics, and it's so great being able to help him do those things, and it's a lot of fun to be around him. When I started the motion room, there were exercises that I found very challenging. So when I came and I tried to do a push-up, it didn't work out. I kind of fell flat on my face. A couple months later, I was doing one of the classic boot camp series, and I remember doing a push-up with a weight on my ankle. So I tried to do it, and I ended up getting 20 of them done. In the beginning, I'd look at people and they'd be doing axe chops well, and I remember thinking, I don't even know how to get to that point. A short while later, it was part of my routine, and the first couple of times, I was falling all over the place. But by the end of it, I was doing 20 of them in a row. One of the other exercises was a shoulder press. I always felt like I was never able to get weights over my head without them falling, so it was a very intimidating exercise for me. But now I'm able to do it with weights that I never thought I'd be able to do. When I originally got the call that I had won, I was at work and I don't get reception in my office, so I just saw that the motion room had called, and I thought that I missed a workout. I went outside and I called back, and one of the motion room team members was very excited for me and told me that I had won this incredible chance to tell my story, and I remember the first person I called was my boyfriend, and I told him that this was something that was really exciting to me, and I remember just thinking like, uh-oh, now I need to actually say my story. So I think the one piece of advice that I would give new members is to be consistent. I think when you schedule a workout and you schedule giving yourself that time to work on yourself, putting something else above it kind of defeats the purpose of coming into the motion room. I love that just before I might get tired of an exercise or tired of a routine of exercises, it switches. Nothing is more motivating than finishing an entire series of workouts and getting to put it in the box and knowing that the next time I come is going to be something completely new. And having the structured program so organized and so tailored to what I need and what my goals are is something that is priceless.